Hi, everyone. Welcome back to the Countdown to Kickoff program. Al DeMarco along with Steve Budin, joining us as he does every Sunday from Atlanta. Handicapper Trace Adam, who, like myself, a veteran of over 20-some years and these handicapping wars. Trace 5-1 with his free picks here on the show the past 2 weeks. Trace, welcome back to the program. I understand the first game you want to talk about today is the Baltimore-Indianapolis contest. Of course, the Colts, you know, if you look at just the final score last week, you see a 34-21 final. They easily covered against New England, but reality is that the Colts were down 31-3 in that game, and the Patriots were playing sluggishly anyway, and then they suddenly scored 3 touchdowns in the fourth quarter to make it look respectable.
Yeah, you're stealing my thunder here. That's exactly what I was going to say. They were down big in that game, and as you pointed out last week, New England's defense really not that good. They're up against a whole different animal today, and I like Baltimore minus the points. The Ravens now control their own destiny in that AFC North, and they've won 3 in a row. Not only that, but home has been their place to shine. 4-1-1 against the spread at home this year. And let's keep in mind that the Colts, while they did cover last week, they were winless the last 7 weeks against the spread. Prior to that fluke cover, I think Baltimore's just going to shut them down. I'm going to go ahead and lay it with the Blackbirds today.
Yeah, this is another one of those who cares games for me. I don't care about it. I'm not going to watch it. I wouldn't bet it if you paid me on this one either. But again, I can certainly see why, because the Ravens in their last home game, that dominating defensive effort against San Francisco Thanksgiving night, 16-6 when they sacked Alex Smith 9 times in that game. I mean, Orlovsky had a very nice performance last week, 30 for 37 against the New England Patriots. But as Trey said, that was the 32nd ranked pass defense in the league. The Ravens are a little different story.
Yeah, this was not about the Colts resurging offense. This was about a New England defense that, after 3 years, still isn't good. And if you're Bill Belichick, I got a question for you, buddy. When are you going to get good at defense? You're supposed to be the defensive guru. Look, at the end of the day, Baltimore doesn't have those problems on defense. That's the difference in this game. I agree with Trace in your face. I'm going with Baltimore Ravens.
Word of warning, John Harbaugh, 1-4 against the spread as a double-digit favorite. So just something to be a little bit leery of if you want to lay the big chalk in this one. Next game, you wanted to talk about the Cincinnati-Houston contest. Cincinnati not getting any breaks from the schedule makers after battling Pittsburgh and Baltimore seemingly every week here the last month. Now taking on a Houston team that, by the way, FYI,
here we go.
Steve did say that I was too hung up on Atlanta's second-half collapse the week prior at home against Minnesota, and I was letting that affect my handicapping when I told you all that the Falcons were frauds. So let me repeat it. The Falcons are frauds because I said Houston would win that game last week, and they did, which is an embarrassment when you think about it. But also,
what's an embarrassment is you have a guy who's won 8 out of the last 9 years because of his opinion, taking handicapping advice from a guy who gets his opinion from sources.
Well, that's the great thing about advice. You can always ignore it, and that's what we certainly did. But still, I mean, that was an embarrassing performance for Atlanta, but really, props going out to Houston because they got the job done with a rookie quarterback making his first start, and they did it again with their defense.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly the case. T.J. Yates on the case and in your face, Steve. And I'll tell you what, I had the winner on the under last week with the Houston-Atlanta game, and that's going to be my under special of the week again this week because that Wade Phillips defense is really stepping up for Houston. They were under last week. They've been under the last 2 weeks, the Texans have, and now 6 of the last 9 have played low. They've got to keep it simple for T.J. Yates, and I think they'll do the same here. Cincinnati's defense a little better than they showed last week against Pittsburgh, but not only that, but their offense only scored 7 points last week, and Dalton hurt his hip. So, you know what? I think this is going to be a low-scoring game. I'm going to play Houston Cincy under the total.
I can see that because you've got a Cincinnati defense that true gave up 35 points last week against Pittsburgh, but they're very strong against the run, ranked 6th in the league, only giving up 3.6 yards per carry to opposing backs, and they're going to need that run stopping today against Arian Foster and Ben Tate.
Yeah, I like Cincinnati here. I think this is their first big must-win of the year. They don't want to ruin a whole season that was so great for them by losing out these last couple of games. I think they re-energize, they refocus, and I think they get this W.
Okay, final game is going to be Miami and Philadelphia. I mean, you talk about two different teams here, both that have struggled this season, but you've got a Dolphins team that continues to go out there every single week and play hard for Tony Sparano, who may still end up getting fired. You've got an Eagles team that I don't care what you say, but if that team didn't phone it in and quit before they even hit the field at Seattle last Thursday, I don't know what more you can say. That was just an embarrassing performance by the Birds.
Yeah, that's exactly right. You've got two teams sitting with 4 wins on the season, but it's real clear which is the team that's still trying and which is the team that is going to get the job done on Sunday, and that's the Miami Dolphins. I mean, Miami 4-1 straight up their last 5 games, and they've covered now 6 in a row for Tony Sperano. Lots of positive energy in South Beach from this Dolphins team. Bush and Marshall getting on track on offense, and that Eagles defense obviously not very good. I agree with you. They mailed it in against the Seahawks. I don't care if Michael Vick goes or if it's Vince Young. You cannot go with the Eagles right now. They're a dog with fleas. I'm going to take the Dolphins in this one, minus the number at home.
Okay, and I think that's what most people are going to do. And here's my hunch of the week, guys. I think the Eagles win this game outright. I'd play them on the money line because with Vick and Macklin back, that offense is totally different, and I think it's going to be a high-scoring game as well because I'm still not sold that the Dolphins are that good with Matt Moore at quarterback, although he's played well.
Talk about stealing thunder there. Listen, at the end of the day, I agree with you. I think Vick comes back and the team rallies around him. I think they want to show this week, as if we weren't watching the last 12, that this is their week, this is their team. They can win with this team. This is their last chance to prove it. I think they go into Miami, and I think they whoop butt.
Yeah, and Vic is definitely the emotional leader of that team, whether you like it or not. And Vince Young played, 4 interceptions at Seattle. I mean, you can't do anything when the rest of your team is out there going, Vince is going to throw another pick here. I mean, doesn't even look as good as he did when he was at the University of Texas. So I think that's the way to go with Philly.
And I think the time to underestimate the Dolphins is over. I think that cat is out of the bag. I think they'll prepare for them.
And that's why you're getting value here, I believe, and Steve, I think, would agree with Philadelphia. So we'll go the other way. Hey, guys, remember, Trace 5-1 with his free picks the past 2 weeks here on the show, but he also has a daily video report online, which is free for you to watch. No purchase or registration necessary, just like myself. So catch it out, or catch it every single day on Trace's webpage. Thanks for joining us again. And guys, we will be returning in just a moment with the Countdown to Kickoff program. You want to get my best bet today for free? Steve's latest play from the Baltimore Crew is #1 NFL service. That is 30-14 over the past 4 years combined. Guys, you can. Plus all the handicappers at PickNation.com. All their plays, all their analysis today for free simply by trying out the 1-day free all-access pass. And when we say free, we mean it. No strings attached.
Al, I've been in this business 25 years, both sides of the fence. I've never seen a company do this. I've never seen a company so confident in their system and in their handicappers that they were willing to give everything away for free so that the entire public can see exactly what's going on before they make a decision whether to participate or not. This is really revolutionary.
I mean, listen, we're 100% online business, guys. There's no 800 numbers. There's no salesman. We don't want your phone number. We don't care about any of that stuff. You come to PickNation.com. You click on the free 1-day all-access pass, and you get all of our plays, all the handicappers for free, no strings attached. I can't emphasize that enough. Now, here's the deal, though. You are getting 9, 10 handicappers plays for free. If you had bought them all separately today, guys, you would be spending $500, $600 at least. You're getting it all for free. Why? I think it also goes to show that I feel that we have put together the strongest staff of professional handicappers in the business, guys that win consistently, guys that make you money over the long haul, guys like Anthony Red, Craig Davis, myself, your Baltimore Crew. And this is the best way of doing it because people say, well, put your money where your mouth is. We don't want your money. We're just going to give it to you for free, and the proof is in the pudding.
Yeah, we're going to let you build your bankroll on us so that you can go ahead, build that bankroll, and get ready to turn it into big profits over the season.
So, guys, you're here at PickNation.com. You go there, you click on the free 1-day all-access pass. You enter your information, you get your user code, and off you go. It's free, 1-day free all-access pass right now at PickNation.com.